Good morning. This is for all government leaders and vice leaders from all countries. This is a special day where they will write a letter for agreeing with the Clean Water and Peace Organization work. So this is for all presidents, kings, queens, prime ministers, senate, parliament, congress, depending on what each country has as their leaders, government leaders. As soon as they receive this notice, with someone telling them, or by email or a letter, in any different ways, they will do the following. They will meet with the other people of their office, their work office, and decide and sign this letter together. This letter needs to be handwritten by the main person, the main government leader, and signed by everyone else. The headings of the paper needs to be from that office where they are working at this time, the previous government leaders. So as soon as the first letter is written, copies will be made. We need a total of 4 documents. That will be the original. One will be the real original, the other ones will be originals as well, with everyone's signature. At the end, we'll have the leader signing, date, their spouses and date, sign and date, and also testimony, other people that work at the office, sign and date. And at the very end, the office stamp. If you have 2, one for the office and one for the main leader, you're going to have 2 stamps at the end. If that office do have a printed paper with headings, that official paper will be used for this letter. The government leaders, the main government leaders that do have a secretary, that secretary needs to sign as well, or assistants, main assistants, they have to sign the same letter and be present on this day. They will have the meeting on the same day they're receiving the notice. If they are going to work and write while they are going to work, or as soon as they arrive there and they receive this notice to sign this document, they will stop everything else they have planned, and they will sit with the other government leaders or secretaries or whichever it is from their own office, and have this meeting to write and sign this letter. The letter items will be as follows. And here I'm explaining some basic words, and you will write in the best way as possible. All letters will already be written in English, only in English, and signed accordingly by everyone's regular name. For every person of the office will be a line where each person will handwrite their address and telephone number, and right after that another line for their name, first and last name, their signature and date. Paragraphs, items for this letter are as follows. And everyone gonna write exactly those numbers for each paragraph, exactly how I'm saying here, so all countries will have the same agreement. Our volunteers, please improve any sentence as needed, but the basic information will be exactly how it is said right here. So I will be giving you information as a president, and for those others, they will write accordingly. Number 1, I, and then say the person's name. For example, Joseph Biden or Jair Bolsonaro, and so on. Comma, President of this country, agree with the Clean Water and Peace Organization International Constitution Royal Blue Book, with all their handbooks from the 10 departments. Number 2, from today on, it is forbidden to produce, sell, or use family cars of any type, and all of them will be picked up and sent to the recycle center on the same day and on the following 4 days until all of them will be picked up. And we also agree that all business vehicles of all types that are not authorized by the Clean Water and Peace Organization will be picked up and will be sent to recycle centers. Number 3, from today on, it is forbidden to sell, produce, use, or have at the business or at the houses alcoholic beverage, cigarettes, cigars, cannabis, hemp, in seeds or in products, all other licit and illicit drugs of any type. It's also forbidden to have nightclubs and every other night activities or practices anywhere, such as bars or restaurants or any other place. From today on, it's also mandatory a street curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Exception for street curfew. 5 a.m. the drivers that will be located in some communities for urban buses and trains and subways, they can leave at 5 a.m. so they can start working 10 to 6 or 6 o'clock depending on their work position given by the organization. The only exception for night practices are the long flights, overnight flights during weekends and vacation days. The only exception for the airport, airplanes, overnight flights are for this, after the 2 weeks, are for those weeks that families will still traveling, going to the locations where they will be living, according to the organization authorization. All others will be canceled. For the night curfew, families can only stay outside from 8 until 9 p.m. at their own residential community and only on summer vacation days or Saturdays, because it will be daytime, so they can spend 1 more hour outside on those vacation days, and only if they have middle schoolers and above, not for elementary children. Number 4, we also agree that will be, from today on, that all public educational sites will be offered for sale and will become private educational sites. Number 4, we also agree that from today on, all public educational sites will be offered for sale and will become private educational sites. We agree that the Clean Water and Peace Organization will select and indicate the best couples that deserve and the best teacher teams or the best teachers team to purchase for a reasonable price and own each educational site. We also agree that after the Clean Water and Peace Organization launching day, every family, every citizen of all ages will stay at their home residential community during 2 whole weeks as indicated by the organization. We also agree that it's mandatory for every family to be doing exactly what was asked by the organization during these 2 weeks, including the 10 department directors and their assistants teams. During these 2 weeks, families will be planting in the morning, have snacks together, have lunch together, and in the afternoon they will be studying, having games for the children, family games, and doing some other garden activities together. Number 6, about transportation. We also agree that all transportation of all types and all stores, educational sites of all types, and every business of all types will be completely closed, including government sites, police, and firefighter stations. Also, highway tolls, state and country borders, and staff for all county, state, and national parks that have a gate. They will be properly closed and no one can enter. For those that during these 2 weeks won't be home for some reason or because they didn't receive the message, they will be staying where they are. If they're traveling somewhere in a hotel, or if they are with their family in another state or country, or if they are in campsites with trailers or camping, they're going to stay right there for 2 weeks. If they have a family vehicle, family vehicles will be taken out on the same days for everyone else. And then they will follow instructions from the organization volunteers if they will be staying on that region where they are or if they are going home, or if they are going to another city, state, or country to meet with their families or to live in another location, as indicated by the organization. Number 7, we also agree that everyone needs to follow instructions from the organization, from the Clean Water and Peace Organization volunteers as soon as they receive the notice. Notice can even be in 5 minutes. Can be if they're walking somewhere or they went somewhere, they're not returning anymore. And for those documents that are needed can be achieved afterwards at the organization city offices. For those that are asked to move, they will leave their furniture at that house. They are not bringing their items, toys, or anything else with them. At their new house, there will be items for them. And the people that will be moving to their previous houses, where these people move out, will arrive and do what is needed. Clean up, place items for the pickup days, the 2 weeks pickup days, or do anything else that's needed. They can use their clothes, or they will purchase clothes if it's needed, and so on, as that will be their new homes. We also agree that everyone that do not have money that is indicated by the organization can take free flights or free transportation of any type according to the organization request. So families in need will arrive at their location as indicated as soon as possible before the 2 weeks start, the best as possible. Number 8, it is mandatory that all owners from all sites will already send a written note to their residents, staff members, clients, students, whichever is the business they have. Note can be sent by email or automatic message by phone or text message or any other way, such as a written note by resident's door, or to students to bring it home. Notes will be written small to be sustainable. Number 9. We agree that it's mandatory that all owners from residential communities or homes will sell their houses or apartments to the people that will be living there. They will receive how much those families can pay, and all those families will make up to 10 years mortgage plan without any increase and as they can afford. Payment options and payment plans will be set up by each family of each place by the city office of their county as soon after the 2 weeks family cleanup, with proper appointments of the family at the city offices, so they can pay the previous owners of those houses and apartments. Please just add as they can afford and also as the price established by the organization price list. Number 10. We also agree that today, soon after signing this document, all of us are resigning from our position. And from tomorrow on, the Clean Water and Peace Organization chosen government leaders are the new leaders of the new government leaders of our country. Write the country's name right there and say and add the information. All the Clean Water and Peace Organization new government leaders will assume their positions on the organization launching day. This includes city mayors, county mayors, state government, and country president, and all the 10 garden department directors in each place that plant and offer food. Those that were just mentioned are the new government leaders of our country. Now is the conclusion paragraph. It's a gift and an honor to offer all our government positions to the new government leaders assigned by the Clean Water and Peace Organization. For being true, that's the next line. For being true, we sign the present document. And then will be the name, the address I said, name, signature date for everyone that's present on each office, for the Congress or the Parliament or the Senate and other government leaders' offices according to each country. Please add to the number 3 that I forgot, also gambling, lottery, indigenous private land, that will be all returned to the government. Transportation of wood to other countries, extraction of underwater natural resources such as petroleum, minerals, and everything else. The only exception is for salt. Also, the closing for jail, juveniles, orphanages, foster home, hospice, nursing home, and assisted living. Also, cancellation of trash pickup. For all the places I just mentioned, each one needs to have a quick explanation right in front of it. So for underground natural resources, that the exceptions for salt, you're going to write only for the countries that cannot have salt from other sources. For everyone living in the jail at this time, they will have one of the two options. For very bad ones, they will be sent to the life renovation program with death in electric chair and cremation soon after, or they will be sent home with a unremovable bracelet for them to improve their personality and be with their families. For juveniles, the same way. They will be going to one or to another. For orphanages, everyone will be adopted before the 2 weeks cleanup, so they can already have their new families and will be planting with their new families. Everyone from foster home will have two options that the organization volunteers will decide for each child and teen. Or they will be going back home if their parents will be alive and will improve their practices. Or if they were abused sexually, they will have a new family and adopted new parents. Everyone living in hospice will be sent to the life renovation program with electric chair and cremation soon after. Everyone from nursing home and assisted living will be sent home to their families, or if they want and can live by themselves, they will have their own homes as authorized by the organization. Number 11, you please add to the letter. We also agree that every family and every government leader and every department director will sign a permanent contract with the Clean Water and Peace Organization at the organization launching day. On this work, for all countries from all continents to be united for a better for families united and a more positive and sustainable humanity. At the end of the letter, I already said, for being true, we all sign the present document. Okay, there is one clarification that this letter will be properly typed by the Clean Water and Peace Organization and sent to the right people by email, ready to be printed or already printed and ready for everyone to have a meeting, sit down, have a meeting, sign and approve. Okay? And then they put the 2 stamps, everybody signed, the leaders and the other people present as their testimony. The letter will be one letter for every country, exactly the same. Just the filling up, the signature name of the president, the leader, right? That the person gonna fill up. Also, improvement for the first paragraph will be written that I, the president of this country, space for the country. So we know exactly who is the president. In that first paragraph. For all other paragraphs, we say we agree, because everyone else is going to be signed. I think that's the best way. It is mandatory for everyone to be having this meeting on February 1st, 2022, Monday. So we can, tomorrow, right? So we all can have the organization launching day on the following day. That is February 2nd. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for your attention. And I talk to you soon. Many blessings. And I wish you all a wonderful, positive new life. Thank you so much for joining our organization. Please make a good title for this letter. That will be Permanent Agreement with the Clean Water and Peace Organization. This letter will be printed at each office official letterhead printing paper from each government office. Now everything is included. Okay, my friends, thank you so much, and let's be very enthusiastic about the organization launching day, and let's enjoy this beautiful moment of a new humanity with our family and friends.